Good morning.
Hey,
How are you?
yes, mate.
That's good. That's good. Um, Alrighty. How did you get on yesterday?
Oh, I got a stop out, full stop out in one of the Scarlins, and the other two got stopped out just over break even. So basically break even.
Yeah, it was a crappy day.
It was annoying. I was up 79 pips and then let it get away, but never.
Yeah, yeah. In hindsight, it was a great area to buy from. It's annoying that the PMI data came in shocking. But yeah, I guess like looking, I don't know why I wasn't more keen to take that buy. I think I read into the PMI too much, thinking
It
that
was a
would.
good. It was a good zone to take the buy from.
Yeah,
I did. I had it marked up, and you identified it prior to the open, and yeah, didn't take the
yeah,
buy.
yeah. Had it all marked up and everything. Just
Yeah,
liquidity underneath the
I-
session lows, and then a
yep,
nice pocket of
yep.
liquidity.
I
It
pretty
dipped
much had
right
the
into
same.
it.
Yep.
I don't know why I was looking for it to.
Yeah.
I was looking for it to sweep the whole thing.
Yes.
So I guess that was the issue. And then if momentum takes it into it, it could go lower. But
Yes.
as a reaction, I should have been all over that. That was a cowboy long opportunity. Um, anyway, so
It is
got
what it
some
is.
nice little buys from up here, but it just kind of annoying that not from up there, but like it was they were running in profit. They were at least it wasn't a losing day, but it could have been much better. And then it just did nothing, just grinded. The New York session was awful across everything. Just this slow drift. Um, Nas was even worse. Look at Nas was just this is Nas. Looks like the market was closed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's my thesis is slowly holding more and more weight. That PMI day, I really dislike. Alrighty, what is Smith? Okay, so we're bullish here, very very bullish. We're almost approaching to this all-time high again. We're getting to the neckline that we've got. So we're gonna write out things to look to the left. The weekly chart, almost done that wick fill, man, already. Crazy, crazy markets. Okay, so we could get a little slowdown at the neckline, which we're very close to. I'm gonna clean up this. I think one of the other issues. Well, yesterday's zone was really easy to spot. It was just I overthought it. But I couldn't find any other zones to go off. So I think that was where I was kind of struggling. That once we missed it because it just like hit that zone like a needle and then rebounded, I didn't know what to do. Well, where I did attempt a sell was this area. So for New York session, so see our price came down, came up and bounced to that level, and then we've got a little neckline and we've got this lower wick. So I did treat this as structure here, and so I did jump into a sell again for New York session inside of here, and I got in pretty much the first touch. I got in pretty much like right there with stop loss above it. And my target was, I was hanging on to see if we could come all the way down here. So that was the idea. But price literally just, I had to go through this where it hit the entry. And then for about 2 hours, it just went sideways, 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 sideways. And I closed it for 17 pips profit. right on this candle. Right there. I couldn't believe it. As soon as I closed it, like literally, I was like, after 2 hours, I'm like, I'm just been watching this thing for so long. I was getting so frustrated with it. I'm just going up and down. That was the one I closed it on. Well, I closed on this one, and then as soon as I closed it, it went down like another 30 odd pips. Bastard. In the next like 3 minutes, and it was like, oh, I could have scraped out a 1-to-1 here, at least. Rather than having to sit through all of this, and I thought I was on a good thing here, over here, but then NYC, I thought maybe that would be the kicker. Came back up, and I was like, just had to sit through this. It was just crap New York session. Anyway, oh, you got 25 pips, I've nice one. Okay, so now this is that little zone. This is that daily neckline right over here that we could have a little bounce off of. 4 hour, we're really running out of things to look at. So I got a little 3 hour structure. That's a 3 hours like little accumulation. Right at that daily neckline. 2 hours, the same thing. Where's this going? I'm just going to recycle that. Okay, 1 hour. Really should be a green zone. It's not really a daily level. All right, and then the all-time high. Okay, 45 minutes. Go a little Asian high over here. Then we'll clean candles. Okay, so we touched that neckline just then. clean traffic. The next little zone is at the top over here. All right, well, I can't really take a buy at the moment. I feel like everything's, it's with price already having moved like it has. I feel like today is kind of just a build up of where price should have gone yesterday, but yesterday did nothing. So now it's all sort of moving now. So it's a bit of a shame. Is anyone in any trades right now?
No, nothing.
Yeah, it's already gone up like 120 pips. You know, stuff New York session now. Let's just trade Asian session. Look at gold. Look at NAS. NAS, so nice the day before.
Well, I'm keen on that, but I don't know whether you're going to get much sleep, Abe.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys have any other trades that you're, or any other zones that you're looking at? I need to wait and see what prices. As soon as German opened, it's gone up. It's been moving up since the Aussie interest rates. So this is where Aussie interest rates came out. Yeah. So the cash rate they held.
Yep.
We're probably seeing it. I'm not sure what Haydos spoke about. Maybe Haydos has got something to do with this, because we're seeing yen be very weak. Yen is also very weak. So I wonder if this has actually been. I wonder if Haydos said something about not hiking this year. The financial market is still unstable. Yeah, I think this is actually more Bank of Japan news that's causing this move. So we had a lot going on at the same time, RBA and the Bank of Japan. So where we got a shock at the start was when they lifted interest rates, was how many interest rate rises were to come. And then so that was the start of August, and then we saw August calmed down when they said they're not going to after here that they're not going to hike until the markets show that they're stable, and then we saw a big recovery in all the equities. Then now with Bank of Japan coming out as well, they had their interest rates last week where they thought maybe they'd have clues whether they're going to hike again this year or next year, and they held and then said that their inflation is not quite where they want it yet to hike, but that cooled the market down. Not cooled the market down, it cooled expectations that they were going to hike at the next meeting in October. I guess him coming out now and then saying that this was the actual words he said, is that they're not going to hike while the market is unstable. And then him just repeating that line here, I think the market has taken that as the yen carry trade still alive and well. I think that could be a lot of the reason why we're seeing exuberance in this market. So I would, it's kind of the only thing. Like I wish I wasn't biased from yesterday. Now it's pretty hard to buy here, though, because where's your support that you put your stop behind? Well, we've got clean traffic here to the left. We're just taking out the Asian high, so I wonder if we do get a little reaction. But if we can actually be pushing straight up, then that's another 40 odd pips that we could be potentially targeting. We've got 10 minutes before this open. This is definitely a little area of liquidity, but then, you know, they're all saying you never short an all-time high.
Morning.
Morning, mate. How are you?
Yeah, too bad, you?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
What's the logic behind that? I never short an all-time high.
Because there's momentum.
Right.
And you never know that when you've got the all-time high, people will be looking at that and then just be thinking, put a sell limit.
Right.
So if you've got a lot of people that are sitting there with their sell limits, and then you've got their stop losses above, price can just break through.
Yep.
Obviously, there's some profit taking above the all-time high. Like price doesn't hit the all-time high and then just go parabolic.
No.
But you don't know how high it could crash upwards.
Yep.
It's different for currencies. When you get to currencies, when you get currencies, it's not as currencies are like stock market. There's no ceiling. Like we just don't, like in decades time, this could be up to 40,000. So, but for currencies can't. Currencies like stock market will never go to zero unless the world's ended. But there's a ceiling. And as long as we have like CAD and Swiss remain as stable currencies, it's not going to go zero, and it's not going to go too high. Like it will be contained more or less within the channel for currency pairs, but stocks go up and to the right. So when price is going up, you could just keep on hitting. Look at gold, for example. Would have been hitting. How many all-time highs have we hit since like this day, for example? Like we've had a new all-time ever since it broke above. Where am I? Yeah, sorry. Ever since it broke out of this channel here, we've almost hit an all-time high every day except for 2.
Yeah.
So if you kept on shorting the all-time high, you'd have just been rinsed.
Slaughtered.
Yeah.
So what, are you looking for a pullback to go long, are you?
Oh, I don't think we're going to get it, but I
No.
think we're just going to go straight up. Yeah. So it's a tricky one because it could pull back, and I don't know exactly where to put my stop loss. So I'm just going to have to put my stop loss close, and then just see if we can get that push to finish the job here. It's a little bit annoying that we're in this Asian high area. We've got a fair value gap over here. We've got 6 minutes, so it'll probably just be annoying if it pulls back. That'll really piss me off. You'd hope it would just push straight up. 30 pips. 40 pips. But it's already, like, the legs of this run already is already up 120, so that's, I guess the stochastic is going to be overbought and everything. What do you guys reckon? Risk it for the biscuit?
It's tricky, isn't it? I'm waiting for a. I'm just going to see if there's some sort of pullback, to be honest with you. Because I feel like the minute I get in for a long, it's just going to pull back and stop me out.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have started the stream 2 hours ago. Well, US 30 hasn't moved as far, and we've got New York high right over here.
Gold might be interesting today if we get a break below and a sort of change of structure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about this trend either, hey. It's got some work to do to change this.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be slowing down a bit, though. You've got that steep rise, and then it's sort of not making as much ground. So
nice double bottom on gold at the minute, in the 5 minute.
Yeah.
Tinky, no, don't you dare, no.
Yeah, Tinky.
No, I'm in my daughter's apartment and they're not allowed pets, so I can't have her barking.
Okay. Alright, well I'm gonna use this area, just this neckline area, as a potential if we get that pullback, just to push up to this area. So hopefully we can wick down and then sort of bounce. I'm also keen on the US 30. That I know we've got this little rejection wick here, but I'm keen to trade up to the New York high. We've run out of room. We've only got like 30 pips. So same thing, if we can come back and maybe fill some of these gaps to trade from here to here. I'm hoping that we get that move in 3 seconds. All right, let's look at German. There's a little bit of liquidity there at this blue line, right where we touched. See how it got that clean candle above it, and then you've got this accumulation. So I'm hoping that this is the one that helps price retrace. We've got all-time highs in sight. NAS is the one that's struggling. That is the one that's struggling out of all of them. Remember I was saying on the weekend about how NAS can rule the stock market optimism, that we can broaden the stocks to choose from. So I feel like that could be happening with NAS. Is that we're struggling to get like, we don't have to rely on, well, not we, but like big names don't have to rely on Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, etc. Look at SAP. SAP is, have we opened on SAP? We should be. No, we're delayed. So we've got to wait 20 minutes or something. But SAP is hitting, like SAP's been, the one that makes up most of German, has been hitting all-time highs as well. They've been part of this rally. All right. So I don't really have any support to go by. The support down here is too far away. So I'm hoping we get a reaction from here. If we get a closure above this guy, you're gonna have a pretty quick finger. But I think if we get a closure above this, then there's no reason why we don't just hit straight into that little zone. You only got 20 pips to play with though. but I think that'd be a fairly easy trade. And then US 30 looking for almost the same thing. Just from here to here. Hey Tom. But yeah, other than that, we don't really have much to go by because this moved so much before the market started. If we can push up and grab this area with this candle, start breaking a higher and go here, I would be very keen if we start seeing bearishness come in. I don't want to short the all-time high, but if we start breaking underneath like previous supports, this is a very attractive area for price to come back down to. And if we can break below that, then we start to get in some clean traffic area to come back all the way down, because we've got quite a few zones down that we've got targets, and maybe even yesterday's target that we never scrubbed this liquidity fully. I know it's a long way down, but little by little, I wasn't expecting September to be a good month. So if it does, like if they wait for the last week before everything sort of falls apart, then that'd be great if we can like catch part of that drop. But we need something pretty shocking for that to happen. But
we often talk about New York not wanting to buy the high. Well, this is pushed up a fair way, so is there a chance that London don't want to buy the high and they're going to sell it off?
Yeah, that's the potential. But when there's so much momentum, if there is so much momentum, can London actually do it? That's the thing. New York can do it, but can London really push it down if they don't want? Or is it easier for them to take that momentum and then look to sell
Bit higher.
Yeah, but London usually needs to take time or drop into like a really good area of supply or demand. So I feel the difference between yesterday was that when this one dropped down like a needle underneath all these previous session lows over here to the left, and
it tapped into that zone.
Yeah, and this was a New York zone, a New York accumulation. So I feel this one's a little bit different than where London can go to today. So I feel London's probably got more chance of pushing up into this New York zone. So that's why I'm targeting this box. So we got the pullback, which is nice. This area held. So now I just want to see this break. And then I've got my TP sit right there. Just need to get above that little blue line. How's US 30 going? US 30's pretty close now. Just need another 14 pips out of this one. All right, come on. Give us a quick one.
Have you taken it, Aiden?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you taken that one?
Yeah. When I pulled back, because I was just using this as my stop loss underneath here.
Yep.
Because I didn't know where else to put it. I didn't want to put it all the way down under here. So if we can pull back towards here, this was going to be the area that I was going to use as the stop loss. All right. So we just need another 14 pips. We're in this clean traffic area now to the left. So this is the candle that I just want to see it replicate, and then this is the liquidity that we should tap into. Come on. So the next 5-minute candle, this one's going to close in 5 seconds. Close above. No, don't do that. Okay, 15-minute candle. You do it. Your job now. If this one works, we go up another one.
30 minutes, come on.
Yeah, come on. One of you got to be that clean candle. So I heard back from Alpha as well, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, they just said, thank you for your email, here's your evaluation again. And I'm like, I didn't want an evaluation, I wanted a payout. I said, where is it? And they could not explain to me. They just said that they want all my trades to be in a single position. So yeah. So
that's, I mean, I put limit orders. I'll put 3 limit orders across an area, and I'll either get into 1, 2, or 3 of those, trades.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not going to be at the charts, and I think there's an area where it could get to. I'm quite happy to put 3 orders in, split my size up into 3.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
They might treat limit orders differently than market executions.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
And again, it all comes down to, it depends on when it hits as well. So that was really annoying, because I was like, well, you have not explained to me then the difference between what stacking is. I said, how can I, like, if stacking is not scaling into a position, like, over time, like, I don't think a few trades over 20 minutes is considered, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially when you're like on these lower time frames, when prices move in your direction and you add positions to it, like a trade and then another trade like 10 minutes later. Anyway, so they couldn't explain it to me, and they couldn't give me a clear answer. It was that we remind you to please make all your trades in a single position.
So effectively, if you want to maximise your profit, you've got to go in with more risk initially.
Yeah, I get what they're doing.
But if it doesn't go your way, you lose the 2, 3, 4% instead of being able to build that position over time.
Yeah, I get why they're doing it. It's a bullshit rule, because there's a much larger advantage to going in small early, and then when it's going in your direction, add to it and add that risk.
Yeah, building a position.
Or even if you're going in drawdown, and you've got a zone like so, because they know that the FOMO trade is real, and if you go in full size at this position, but price continues going higher, and you've split your position up over like here, and here, there's a much bigger advantage from having like 3 different areas where you can get in because you can average a higher price.
Yes.
So they want you to go in with the FOMO entry, full risk, so that you can't afford to. You'll make mistakes. Well, that's what I think. That's what the rule is about. But
Yeah.
they've cleverly disguised it under spamming the order book. Which spamming the order book, that's a real thing, but it's not how they like. I get that you can't just hit buy, and the reason they've said it, they've made it sound like a legit reason, which still doesn't hold up because it's a simulated environment. So there is no spam in the order book.
Yeah.
Only if there was like high frequency trading where people were like putting on a ton of trades and their service just couldn't handle the load. So it leads to like price malfunctions. But even then, it shouldn't, like, you're talking fractions of pips. But now they've said that you can do all this other stuff, but in reality you can't. Well, in reality you can, as long as it's not a big payout. And that was the problem, is that, I've been paid out plenty of times, all the same way. But then in the weeks gone by, I had 2 massive days. 2 like massive days that ended up being like 6% days because I was really confident on it. So I scaled into the max. But it was never in drawdown. Like, it was only maybe in drawdown like point something of a percent. But then when it was running in profit, I added, and then when it was running in profit, I added, and when it was running in profit, I added, and then by the time I hit it, it was a big position, and they said, no, we don't like that one, but we're okay with other ones. The other ones where they're like less than 1%.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, if they're never placing the trades with the market, if it is just all out of this pot, then they're not going to like it, are they?
Yeah, and that's exactly it. So it's disappointing.
That's
Really disappointing that they're just another one that's. I mean, we knew they were full of shit, but they hadn't proved it yet. But they are. So we'll still trade the account. It's annoying that they denied that payout and then also took that account away and then gifted me with a free evaluation. But I was like, I don't want an evaluation. I already wasted. Anyway, so we'll see. At the moment, it's annoying having to do everything with just to be mindful of just one position, because that's, you just got to be a bit more careful, knowing that if I get in at the right spot, I can't go in too small and then think I can scale in, which to me was which is a huge advantage from just only risking like 0.4%, but then when it's going on the way, then scale up to 2% risk, but without actually ever going in much drawdown. All right, well, we've kind of hit a roadblock. 15 minutes didn't do the job. Now it's a 30 minutes job. So all these lower time frame candles are just giving the hard work to the higher time frame. So US 30's looking like it's pushing. That one didn't pull back whatsoever. The German looks like it's giving up. Now we need a closure above here.
Getting a bit spiky there, isn't it?
Yeah. I definitely don't want to be holding this if it's coming back lower. But as soon as you close it, it's going to go up. Yeah, because if London can accumulate here, and then build an order, then they will have the power. Like they can't just move like New York as explosive, but they can build a position that's big enough size to then want to potentially come back down for a better spot. This level was good. This is still an accumulation right here. This bit, that was still an accumulation. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Come on. So we had some heavy candles, and then we got like, it really does look like it ran out of steam on that 15-minute. Last chance.
Right, I'm going to catch you all tomorrow because I need to travel back home now.
Safe travel, Sarah.
Yeah,
Cheers, Sarah.
yeah,
Do you take the dog on the train, do you?
yeah. I'm going to have to. That's how I got her here. It was a nightmare. Hopefully, it'll be quieter this morning. See you tomorrow, guys.
All right, see you.
Yeah,
See you later.
Okay, come on.
here's another strong candle.
Tell you what, man. London, as soon as London gets involved, it's turns to shit, doesn't it? Like was moving fine before, then London comes in.
Stuffed it all up.
Sleepyhead, huh? Yeah, probably not going to be able to get above here. Is it because of inflation why the cash rate is holding at 4.35? Is it because of inflation? Why? Yeah, that's right, exactly it. That's what Michelle Bullock was saying as well, was that that they feel 4.35 is where they need to stay to oh no, it's Bank of England. Where is it? It's down over here. Yeah, RBA to maintain until confident on inflation. US 30 as well. Everything's sort of just stalled with London. Yeah, real bummer we couldn't get anything closing above this little blue line. So if we do get something to close above that blue line, then there's not much room, but that becomes the next stop. Only a small space to work with. But it'd be a pretty, I'd say that'd be a very high high chance that if we close above here, we just push straight above. I would almost consider even a buy stop. I just don't want to get wicked into it.
That's the trouble in it, is if it gets up there just about and gets you in, and it's just gonna.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it took too long for it to push up. It's given London about half an hour to work out what it wants to do here. So we needed, for it to move, it needed to be this move to have done it. And it tried. Now if it's failed with these, then it's going to need to come back and find another level. So hopefully it can be this one where we grinded our way up, and this is where led to the more impulsive move. So this is that level that it potentially could bounce from, but I wouldn't hold my breath that this is going to hold, especially when you've got this weight. It's the idea, London not wanting to buy the high. It's either they buy the high up into that little area of supply, otherwise they built their own position, and now they're looking to grab liquidity. So this is liquidity here. So this could be a good area too. I might give this one a shot though. I'm out of that first entry. When it came down, this one here was pretty much just a break even. I'm keeping my stop pretty tight. I'm really not interested if it sort of breaks down into here, because it could come down a lot deeper. So it either holds or it doesn't hold. It's already a monster candle. So how much higher could London have gone? I was hoping it would push up into that little zone there. So we've got all right, interesting level now.
Yeah, how many pips is that? That's 60 pips. That's good enough for a pullback, isn't it?
Yeah, and at least it's come back to this little Eurozone. But it is annoying with the size of these moves that you do wonder what kind of momentum has it picked up now for London. It looked like a lot of them, everything moved until London's just gathered itself and then come straight down. So I don't want to catch a falling knife. Yeah, come on. This 5 minute can create a support at this area, then maybe it was just a pullback. At the moment, not sure if this is a pullback or just temporarily just sitting on top of here. If we close inside of here, then most likely we continue going down, at least to the bottom here. But maybe this 5 minute can create a little support. Don't like how it's got no wicks. Because we do have momentum when it pushed down, leaving like these imbalances. So that's not a great sign. So we'll see if it actually can come back, feel this imbalance. If we can close inside of back above here again. Just have to be patient here. But if this one flips, who's bearish?
Yeah, I think it's got a good chance to go up all those clean candles in the high time frame back down to actually low.
Yeah, the only problem going... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean... Yeah, I got you. The only problem looking for the longs is how much upside there is left, given it's moved up so much. So the question is this a top wick, or we're going to engulf this red candle, and then the hour candle would have gone all the way up, come all the way back down to the base, and then now it's kind of fighting for its life again. If this candle, this next like 20 minutes closes up here somewhere, you'd have to think that's a pretty scary looking 1 hour candle to have come down with a long wick and then pushed and closed strong. You'd have to think the probability trading above here for the all-time high is pretty high. But we'll see. This level that I thought is kind of a line in the sand.
Yeah. It's a bit better, doesn't it?
It's bounced, yeah. Yeah, I feel we're at a... It could go either way from here. Like it's a real tell. If this is holding and we start coming back down again, we've got to ask ourselves, was this a lower high forming?
Yeah, which it could well be.
Could well be, yeah. But if we can be breaking above and we get into the close of the hour candle, then it could be just we grab liquidity from this little area, and then pushing bullish again.
How are you guys?
Hey, how are you? Long time no see. I was thinking about you yesterday. Thought you'd gone AWOL.
Nah, I've been working with my brother again, but I've had an injury. My elbow blew up the size of like a football.
Oh yeah.
It's been sort of hurting sitting at the computer, so I haven't been on the computer. It's been on my phone.
You bang it, did you? Or is it like got an infection or something? What'd you do to it? Your elbow?
Hayden, I've got to drop. I've got to spend an hour on the phone to the doctor trying to get through. My daughter's not feeling very well, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right, mate. Good luck with that.
I'll see you later.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
No, internet was dropped down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was asking what happened to your elbow.
No, just unlucky. I just thought this was kicking while I was there camping, and yeah, just got it to hit me to sleep.
I can't hear you, mate.
Venus and antibiotics.
You're muffled.
How about now?
Keep talking.
Yeah, no, just
No, I can't hear you. It was clear before. Say something?
Maybe I'm muted. Am I muted or am I not?
No, I can hear you. It just sounds like you're talking through something.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's a bit better.
Yeah, no, I'm all good now. The antibiotics and I'm good again.
Oh, it was an infection, was it?
Yeah. That's just where it decided to attack the elbow.
Random spot for it.
Yep. I've bought that from that feedback.
Yeah, I bought it. I'm just kind of willing it to push out of this zone up into here again. I just want this to be a friendly pullback.
This is kind of how it's set up last month.
Yesterday was a prick. It was so clear in hindsight, but the PMI data came out really bad. Well, pretty rough across the board for everything. So I was like, maybe we're going to see another leg down, but nope, that was it. It just went up. It just grinded higher for literally the rest of the day. Just was a slow grind higher.
Well, I put nearly 100 pips. I caught 100 pips. My last 10% of my initial position hit 100 pips.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100% of 10 pips, 10% of 100 pips.
10%. The other one's slap on the face. How many weeks it took Equity Edge to pay me out?
3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Oh. Well, I'm glad I was injured at the time. I wasn't really trading anyway, so it didn't really affect me, but it was a new one.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha denied a payout.
Rip.
Yeah. So I had been having a battle with them. Had some really good entries were scaled in, and then they were like decided that you're not allowed to stack anymore. So everything's got to be a single position.
Isn't it great where they change the rules?
Well, that seems like I'm the one they changed the rule for. No, I mean they didn't change the rules, but they changed my rule. I even spoke to so the email support was useless, getting back to me. Spoke to their Discord, and the Discord, because it's a public forum, are like, no, that's fine, that's all good, that's all good. Got screenshots of that. But then every time you go to their email, they're like, no. So, yeah, really annoying. So now it's, I don't know, I'm not going to encourage anyone to go with them if they're going to keep on changing rules like so.
Nope.
It's all well and good when it's if it's under like a 2 or 3% payout, everything's okay. As soon as you get above 4%, it seems like there's an automatic flagging of your account, and then they go through it and they'll look for any reason. And some of the rules are so ambiguous that they give themselves room to deny.
I'll just sweat the Asian layer and it's about 70 pips. 57 pips.
Yeah, it looks like we're back in business here. Price has pulled back. This is where it's tough, because you don't want this is the thing that I'm now. It's a little bit tricky if you got to do everything in a single position. Is the distinction between FOMO entry or being patient, waiting for it to come back, because it might not come back, and then what you kind of, and if it just runs, then you're kind of stuck twiddling your thumbs. But if you get into with a single entry with the size you want, and it doesn't hold, then you're stuck. You're kind of stuck in a bad position. You just have to get out.
Yeah.
But we're 80 pips up here, about. So from this bounce, it's almost hit 80. Sorry, 50 pips, not 80 pips, up to 980. 50 pips does seem like yesterday. Yesterday, the correction. If this is just a correction, then 50 pips seems to be it. So if this can continue, then I don't think it's a correction. But if it turns around from here, then I think that's just a correction. But I want to see this target. I didn't feel like we came all the way to the all-time high to turn around, especially when you've got this lovely area up here as liquidity and a clean candle. I feel like price can do it.
I've taken some profits there, but if we pull back the under here, I'll buy again.
Yeah, a good level to take profits at, for sure. Because this is structure. This is where that drop started from, right? Where it went sideways. Tried to break above, and then it dropped from here. So no doubt there should be some reaction when it gets back here. So now, is it going to continue, or is it going to turn around? Hasn't been easy the last couple of weeks. I feel, I really do feel that since the start of last week, when we didn't really have any real view, where Monday here, so that started last week, we had just, that was a horrible day. And then Tuesday was a good day. but Wednesday was a horrible day. Then we had the FOMC cutting interest rates. We had and it's been a bit up and down since then. We had a lot of exuberance on Thursday, hit a new all-time high. On Friday, we dropped down, and then it left like a fairly big rejection wick. And I feel this one was a little bit hard to work out. Was the week bullish or not? When it was like this, a big rejection candle like so. And then now, what's been sort of hard to navigate is I want to believe the stocks can just keep on going up, and they are, but it's like the data's not good. So I'm really struggling with at the moment when it's up at these all-time. I really don't like trading all-time highs, because the data's not supportive of it being at all-time highs. So it's kind of trapped between belief that lower interest rates are going to stimulate the economy, but the economy's not showing why we should be trading at all-time highs. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's much easier to trade from much lower, but interest rates being cut, economy showing like, you know, still like fairly low unemployment, really, in the whole scheme of things. But people not really spending, so it's tied up on two beliefs: either stock market, interest rates going to boost the economy, or do we get data that comes out that shows that look, it's not as strong as it's been, and then the narrative for the day can be really choppy. So like some days they glass half full mentality, and then other days the same piece of data comes out and the glass half empty mentality. So I don't blame people for being confused in this market, or especially in this last couple of weeks, to be struggling for direction. Maybe look at futures. Top step, never denied payout, fast track trading, really easy rules, instant funding, little bite, more risky. They're only 100 days old, but that would be best for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about top step. A lot of people have been talking about them. Whenever they say they never deny payouts, that's what Alpha said.
Yeah. Nasdaq's taking the high now. Oh, not quite euro.
Almost though. We've got this recovery's got some legs to it. Come on, German. Follow suit.
I bought back in on that pullback.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So when they say they never deny payouts, I feel like anything that's new, they're going to be much more generous with everything. Get that grounding, get that foot in the door, and then the rules start to change. Just got to get above this line.
A little gap up in there.
Yeah, Pepperstone chart used to be so clean. Now look at it.
One which is claiming equity equals exactly the same as that.
Yeah. Forex.com's nice clean chart, but you don't see the gaps. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, Top Step 10 years old, yeah. Yeah, Top Step's been around for ages. But this is a new model, isn't it, that they're released? But Top Step, I mean, a lot of the brokers are going around into it as well. I'd probably trust a broker, to be honest. If Pepperstone brought out a prop version, I wouldn't mind. And I'll have to look into look into the futures. A lot of people are talking about it. It's got a lot of hype at the moment. Alrighty, got some gas here. Come on, push.
Yeah, these weeks are in.
Well, if we close above that, I think it's a blast to the top. This hour candle's got 4 minutes left. So, are we going to close bearish, doji, bullish doji? Yeah, that's what I'm targeting. That little gap above price. Because the bottom of where you've got your line here, that was the top of a little tiny like order block on the 5 minute in New York session on that day. Just a few minutes left. Hey, did you have a did Nathan have a comp that you took him to?
No, yeah, he third in Australia.
Was that in the last couple of weeks when you haven't been here?
No, that wasn't him. That was just prior to that. But he's just really pushing for a sponsor at the moment. So
Oh yeah.
he might have picked him up. But yeah, that's
Who?
Atlas Club, which is a scooter brand. They sell all the power scooter equipment, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Okay. It looks like it's closing strong. Got 1 minute 50, 1 minute 10 left. Look at that hour candle.
Close above resistance too.
Yeah, we got 30. 30 is looking good. No silly buggers in the last minute. Just got to break. If we can close above here. Come on, just keep on. Just one more push. What's Nas doing? Yeah, US 500, US 30. Yeah, they're all going. So US 30, pretty much perfect. Dropped a little bit lower, about 15 pips lower than here, but just came back down to that little. Now we're taking that New York high. Now Naz's turn. German's turn. So 8 seconds. Then just don't look back. Max pullback is now this line. and hopefully we can just push to the target. At least take this wick. Yeah, come on. Come on, push. She's shy, eh? Doesn't want to go up there. Yeah, that's it. You're not shy. We don't have any news, do we? Oh,
No,
IFO. We do. We've got German IFO. Just came out. But no, nothing after that. Not till New York session.
$19,000.
Yeah, true. Actually, I wasn't even looking at the number. Wasn't even looking at that little psychological number. I didn't want to take anything off the table. I feel like I probably should.
I'm still all in on this position.
Yeah, I'm still all in. As soon as I take profit, it'll move.
Well, my stop's at entry, so it's not going to lose anything. But
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
my finger's also on the close button.
There we go.
Breaks that trend line, I'm out.
I've closed 90%. That's a gift. Now I can go. Because I'm only targeting here, and it's be a bit silly to my entry was a little bit high. My entry was like here, and it'd be silly to let price really retrace, all for trying to get the size of that orange arrow. I still think it's going to go up there, but it would be silly for me not to take profit, especially after yesterday yesterday was like swings and roundabouts. Took a win, took a loss, took a win, then took, but the wins were in much more profit than they were by the time I actually closed. They were a win, but it was like an empty win. There we go. Good one. Yeah, the other thing about the first win yesterday was with a different alpha account, and that one was the news pushed it into the take profit.
Oh, they denied it.
Well, it was. I'm sure when it comes time to win the payout, that they'll pick up on it. So I'm treating that win as a soft breach. Just happened so fast. Like I wasn't thinking. It was the French PMI, and because it was the German 40. I wasn't too concerned about the French PMI. I was more concerned about the German PMI. But then. So I had a sell. I had two sells, right? I had two sells. I had a 1 lot and I had a 5 lot. On indices, you know that on indices that's not much. 1 lot's like 0.1 lots of currency. So and 5 lots like 0.5. So still small in size. And this was the news. And my entries were when price was coming down, and my take profit was like here, just the Asian low, and they both triggered the take profit when the news came out and it spiked down. I'm sounding really negative with these guys, but you know I've got a bone to pick with them. This was the news that took profit, because I was more concerned about the German PMI, but the 1 lot triggered down the take profit, even though the take profit was meant to be here. The take profit got triggered here for the 1 lot, but the 5 lot got taken out exactly where it should have. Go figure, hey? Both of the trades get executed. One got slipped positively. Then the bigger one got got closed at where it should have. It doesn't matter because both of them are going to get denied anyway. Because when I had a look at the news, it was for all Euro PMI, not just German specific. So we'll see. All right. Well, we got there. Yeah, mine's closed out. Mine just closed out then. So good day. I mean, I've had some good days. I'm disappointed with how the markets have been. I feel since last week, it's not that trading confidence been hit at all. Like, I've been still been really happy. It's just there's been other things going on, and like that sort of affect your confidence. Not your confidence, but just make you question some things. And Monday last week, when it just did nothing, like, even when you're experienced as a trader and, you know, shown consistency for quite a while now, that you still get, when you get like multiple days in a row where nothing's really happening, you just get disappointed. Like, am I not wasting time at the charts in the morning? It just sucks when you've got like a couple of hours you spend and you've got nothing to show for it. Like, I really do like to feel productive. And most of the time we get some good trades in the London session, pretty much all the time. But when last week was just a real grind, where Monday did nothing, Tuesday was fine, Wednesday did nothing, Thursday I missed the move here. So like, really, I only had like one good day out of last week. The New York session's always been fine. But during the London session, I was kind of getting disappointed with German. But Monday was crap. Tuesday was good. Wednesday was crap. Thursday I missed it. Friday I couldn't trade because I was with my Sarah was away, so I was just too distracted with to try and navigate Maddie's during the night time. So Friday was a bit of a miss. So all of last week was really only one good trading day out of the whole week. And then I had the dramas with the drama started with Alpha. And then it just makes you feel like all that work, like, I do prefer trading my own personal account, but it's also a nice, when they were paying out, it was kind of nice because you didn't really commit that much personal capital. So it was a lot stress-free trading. And because the accounts were constantly like, you go back to, you get the payout, you reset, and almost the next morning, I'm up like 1% or 1.5%. And then it feels like, you know, I don't go backwards from that. But then when I was expecting something last week, and then they closed my account, and I already, as I discussed, like, I lost 2 accounts about a month before. So I was I only just got these accounts back again. And then when I had like some really amazing weeks leading up to it, then just to get it all for nothing. So like, that was like it's been on my mind a bit. And then over the weekend was like fighting with them, trying to like get an explanation. Then they came out yesterday and then give me an evaluation. And I've still got 1 account with them. So plus now I get to do an evaluation again. But now that other account now, which was been in pretty good profit, I'm not confident I'm going to get the payout, because if they denied the other one, I've been doing the exact same thing for months now, and they've been paying out. But as soon as I hit that 4th payout, now it seems to be like they're not paying out at all. So it's funny how, like, even though the market's been pretty good most of the time, but I mean, last week was pretty crappy with all the interest rates, but as soon as something outside the norm hits you, it throws you. And, you know, I was kind of expecting that. You know, that was a good chunk of money that I was expecting. So now it's just, now I guess it feels like back to the casino days now, that all these guys are just casinos, that you can win for so long, and then it doesn't matter what you do. If you do everything right, they, eventually the house will win, and they'll just, you can't rely on these guys whatsoever. So I don't really want to go back to trading. I didn't want to go back to like putting all my money back into an account and trade in personal accounts solely again, because you have, like, I had that day, when was it, about 3 months ago or so, when I had a 1% trade on gold, and I got slipped 5% with a random spike. If that was on a prop account, but it blew one of my prop accounts. But if that was a personal account, that throws you for a couple. You don't recover necessarily within a day when you lose 5%, especially if it's your own cash. So anyway, but today was good. Yesterday was crap. It was fine, got some good moves, but I just didn't like, it was just really depressing sitting through all of this. So like, I'll do a little recap of yesterday's trades. Annoying because the move down was clean. Eventually took the sells after missing a bit just to get the momentum. Took profit with the news. Price came back up. Was wondering if this was going to be the retest, and then we go down lower. I was actually targeting down here, so I took a sell in here. Very low risk, as in like my stop loss was above here. So I was only looking for like a 1-to-1, but then price started drifting higher and higher and higher and higher, and the next round of PMI was coming out, and I just couldn't afford to take another trade that gets closed with PMI. So I had to close this one manually, just in case, because I thought I could have just removed the stop loss because it's such low risk that I wasn't worried if it spiked up here. But then you don't want to remove your stop loss and then it just spike up. You just don't know. So I decided what was safer would be just to close. So I closed, like, the win that I took, then took a loss, then jumped back into it for sells. Was targeting down here, but this was an area where I scaled out. But I was really looking forward to scaling in to this trade if we could clear this little zone. So I got some pips out of it, and this is where Rob was saying he got scaled in earlier and got like 70-80 pips, which turned out to be a kind of comeback, and most of the trade profit that I had as well came back. So I only took a little bit out of that. So it was a good win here, which doesn't count because it's news. Then I took a loss. Then I took a win, which recovered the loss, and I was in profit for a bit. Then I did nothing until price came up to this level. This level here. So I took a sell again on this candle, and then sat in this one for 2 hours. 2 hours went by, and eventually I closed it for 17 pips. And then as soon as I closed it, it dropped 30 pips. So that was really disappointing as well. Just felt like a waste of time. So marginally closed up for the day, like maybe 0.25% in profit. But for everything going on, I mean, I was up well over 0.25% just with this move. I should have just stopped. So it was kind of like an empty day yesterday, and it was just disappointing. It's really depressing. Like, I was watching NAS as well. You look at NAS, man, that's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. So then I came in today thinking, finally, let's get some good moves. And then price, when you wake up, price is already up here. So wanted that quick move. Entered on the pullback as soon as it pulled back for London. Price came up, just struggled here. Now one closed at a break even. Entered for a buy here. And then price is coming down. I'm like, oh no. But then we recovered, and yeah, you know, closed 90%. Like I said, closed 90%. Then as soon as you close it, price actually hit the TP in full. So today's been good. I'm happy with today, but it's just been one of those challenging week and a halves. What do you guys think? Questions, concerns? Did the trade levels make sense? Did you recognize this as liquidity when you've got this, got a consolidation, and then you've got the clean drop out of it? Do you recognize this as liquidity? Do you recognize this as liquidity? And then when price came up to it, the clean space was between this line and this line. We just, as we pushed up in one go, this is also liquidity. And see how London, it didn't have the balls to just fly up like it did yesterday. Just out of the blocks, it just exploded. This time it took about 20 odd minutes where it was trying, but it couldn't. So they needed an old pick me up. So they dropped back into euro liquidity and used that euro liquidity as the fuel to then push up into that higher supply zone. Now I'm not really interested in trading around all-time highs, so I don't want to short an all-time high and I don't want to buy an all-time high. Hence why my target was where it was. Now price can do whatever it wants, and I will try not to look at it. You guys are super quiet. You're not talking. What's wrong?
Obviously, I bought that pool just then. You hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that pullback just off of the previous high.
Yeah.
No, that explanation makes perfect sense, Hayden.
Let's see where it goes now. But we've moved what, 100 pips for the session, 95 pips. So it's been a pretty good session. If you guys haven't got any questions, I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna have to go take over daddy duties. Oh yeah, Tom. Yeah, Black Bull's a good option. Only problem, like Black Bull, you got great leverage, fantastic leverage. The only problem with Black Bull is that they're in New Zealand. So just to get money out and into it, you got the wire. You got
$5. $5 regardless of the size to transfer out of it.
Oh, only $5.
Yep, that's all it costs.
Oh, that's not too bad. It used to be 20.
Whether it's $10,000 or $100,000, it's $5.
Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. It used to be 20, so it'd be a pain to like constantly every time you want to like withdraw it. I mean, $20.
Yeah, you just got to make sure when you transfer it from the account back into your wallet, you allow that extra $5 when you're transferring it back.
Yeah,
it's relatively seamless. It took, I think, a day and a half for the payment to come into my bank. But that was first time, so I don't know. Second time might be quicker.
Might be quicker. Yeah, I mean, Pepperstone's super quick, so I'm always happy with Pepperstone. It's like deposit straight in, no fees. Withdraw. It's in my account the next day. No fees.
It didn't cost any fees to deposit though.
Yeah. They're usually pretty good with that. Absorb those fees, but then they take it out.
you know if they're an A or a B book trader?
Black
sorry.
Bull. It depends on which account you choose. I'm pretty sure you can do both. Same as Black Bull, Pepperstone. Pepperstone, you can do MT5. Yeah, you can.
It would make sense why they don't like paying, you know, for a B book.
Yeah. It depends. Like there's pros and cons to both. Where is it? Is it Prime account? I think it's Prime account. Yeah, this one, Prime. So this is A book. Standard is B book. Yeah, B book, A book. So some people don't like paying the spread. They prefer to have they pay the spread and your commission's built into your spread. ECN means they're meant to push it straight through. So ECN is meant to be A book, but a lot of the time, you know, they say it is, but it's not. But if they're the market maker, then it's meant to provide you with like more stable conditions. Whereas ECN, you know, like when there's news, you can get those absolutely wild spreads on gold, but you've just got to deal with it. But it looks like they're trying to be just A book, but I'm sure they've got some B books. I'm sure the way that they organise it, that they've got both going on, which is fine. Long as you've got a reputable broker and you're making profit, as long as they pay out, that's the thing. You know, if they start doing dodgy stuff, slipping you, the one that I hate is during the rollover. That's when you see a lot of the crap go on. Leverage at Pepperstone. So on the regular account, it's like 30 to 1. If you've got a pro account with Pepperstone, they'll give you up to 500 to 1. But you've got to go and prove either net worth or experience working in the markets. So yeah, if you want access to leverage, it was a bit of a pain in the ass to get the leverage at Pepperstone. Like I've got the higher leverage. Not that I use all of it. Like I still think around 100, 200 to 1 is absolutely fine. But Black Bull, because they're based in New Zealand, they've got different regulations, and they just give it to you 500 to 1. I think 30 to 1 and 20 to 1 leverage for indices and gold is a bit low. It's pretty hard to put multiple trades on. Yeah, you can nominate your leverage. You can choose. Anyway, I better scoot. I'm going to look after Mads. So good luck today, guys. I appreciate you as always. If you're taking the win here and you're up for the day, make sure you finish the day positive. Alrighty?
All right.
Okay, thanks, Hayden. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Adam.
Chat later, guys.
Yeah.
Bye bye.